afternoon, doctor. My name is from Instrumentation Section 5, and now I will be doing the demo for my project, which is building an instrumentation system to measure the thickness of paper. So in this project, we use the corrugated board as our physical enclosure. So we consider many factors before we choose these materials as our final physical enclosure. So the main reason I choose corrugated board as our materials is that it is light in weight, since our electrical component like IR sensor and the board or the breadboard is light in weight. So it is suitable for us to use these materials as it is able to withstand the electrical components in my project. Besides, it is durability and cost effective. So furthermore, corrugated board is easy to be fabricated into desired design. Like what I have in front of me is my design, and this is the cover. So I make it removable, so it's easy to show the details, the components inside. So this is my circuit, and the first this project is divided into like three layers. Okay, the first layers is where I place my IR sensor and the photodiode. The white block here is the IR sensor, and the black one is the photodiodes. And I have like two sides of diodes. If I place like this, so this is the left side and this is the right side. And the second layer, this layer is where I place my paper, the papers that I need to measure. Okay, so the third layer is the box under here. This is where I place my breadboards and all the other circuits, Arduino. So in this my instrumentation system, I use IR sensor, I use the Arduino Uno, and instead of amplifier, we use voltage divider. So this. So the components in my project, the main components in my project is the IR sensor, Arduino Uno, and the voltage divider. So IR sensor I use to detect the presence of the paper and measure its thickness based on the intensity of the reflected IR ray, which the Arduino Uno is the microcontroller that processes the sensor data and performs the necessary calculations. So a simple circuit used to step down the voltage output from the IR sensor, where I use, instead of amplifier, I use voltage divider. So it can step up the voltage output from the IR sensor to a level that can be read by the Arduino analog input. So the IR sensor detection. The IR sensor emits the infrared lights which get reflected off the paper surface. So for example, I put my paper like this. I place my paper here. So initially, I will run the code. So my IR sensor will detect the distance and the voltage between these distance without the paper. So when I get the reading and I place the paper again, I place like how much, like 5 or 6 pieces of paper, and then I run the code again. So this IR sensor will detect the reflected IR light that emits from the to the surface and back to the photodiode, so which get the reflected off the paper surface. The amount of the light reflected back depends on the thickness of the paper which I place. So the reflected IR light is converted into a voltage signal by the IR sensor. So this signal might be too high for the Arduino analog input, so we use the voltage divider to bring it within a readable range. So the Arduino processing. The Arduino reads the analog voltage signal from the voltage divider. It then maps this voltage to a corresponding thickness value based on a predefined calibration. So the thickness value is displayed on my computer for further analysis. And for the calibration. So calibration is essential to ensure the accurate measurements. So we use known thicknesses of paper to calibrate the sensor, allowing the Arduino to accurately interpret the sensor's voltage output as a thickness value. So the paper that I use is the color paper, and I use the A4 size of color paper with different colors, but I will try with one color first. So after that, I might use a different color to show the differences between, is it the different color will affect the reflected IR rays and the voltage. So now I will demo just now is the explanation of the mechanical part and all the circuit system. So now I will demo how it works and with the readings.